Hello there folks, my name is Spoonks and I saw Good Fortune. It's alright. Now I was pretty curious about this movie. I heard all the hype from CinemaCon and TIFF about how funny the movie looked and all the strong reviews I saw from critics, and the movie actually looked pretty promising. I liked the premise and the trailers made it look pretty amusing, pretty funny. Not the funniest movie ever, but something that could garner a good amount of laughs and be pretty fun and enjoyable. And while I didn't think it was as funny as some other people thought it was, I still found this to be a pretty alright, solid little comedy. Starting with the positives, I found this movie to be pretty funny, not laugh out loud hilarious like One of Them Days or The Naked Gun, but I found this movie's jokes to be pretty funny. I got a lot of chuckles and even some good laughs out of it, mostly from the performances of Seth Rogen and especially Keanu Reeves. He was definitely the highlight of the movie. He has this naive innocence to the role, and it just provides plenty of laughs and makes the character a lot more endearing, and surprisingly, he and Seth Rogen play off of each other very well. The movie has a lot more focus on those two than I thought it did for Aziz Ansari, which was surprising, and their back and forth and how they play off of one another was really, really funny and entertaining as Seth Rogen tries to deal with this pretty innocent but naive Angel and the ramifications of what he has done to Aziz Ansari and his life. I thought that was really funny. And I'll say this right now, the second half is much better and stronger than the first half. I'll talk a bit more about the first half later, but the second half, where things actually start to happen, is where the movie really starts to pick up the pace. The jokes get funnier, the movie moves by quicker, and it definitely finds its flow a lot better than the first half. You start to care more for the characters, get invested more in the plot, really, and the movie wins you over by the end, thanks to the much stronger second half, I will admit. And the movie's message really resonated with me. You know, I think a lot of people can guess where the movie's headed and what themes and messages it's going to tell, but I still found them to be executed very well. It talks about, you know, how it's important to have people out there to help you out, to guide you through the struggles of life. And I think the movie executed that very well, as we see a lot of the characters benefit from each other's company. And the smaller, more intimate moments and more emotional beats actually do feel earned and honest, really. It felt very true and real. Aziz Ansari has talked about how in order to get a better understanding of the character, he actually temporarily went as a DoorDash driver, and you can really see the effects of that here. And I think again that the struggles of that are played very well here and are executed very well here. Now, as for my issues with this movie, as I said earlier, the first half is much weaker than the second half. It's not awful or anything, but it does feel a bit sluggish and slow, and the comedy isn't really landing as effectively as it should. I think I got a lot of chuckles here and there, but nothing really, really funny like the second half. It takes a while for things to get going and for the movie to find its flow. So bear with the movie during this first half, because it does take a bit to get things going. I also found the movie to be not nearly as funny as I thought it would be. Again, a lot of chuckles, a lot of smirks, but not too many big laughs. Even in the second half, most of it was chuckles and smirks. There were certainly a couple big laughs here and there, again, from Keanu Reeves and Aziz Ansari, but again, nothing as funny or laugh out loud or consistent as One of Them Days or The Naked Gun from earlier this year. And while I liked a lot of the characters, I do feel like some of them were a bit wasted. They weren't as funny as some of the other characters, or given much to do outside of Aziz, Keanu, and Seth Rogen, which is a shame because I liked a lot of the actors that played them. Sandra Oh and Keke Palmer, I didn't feel like we were given a whole lot to contribute to the story, which is a shame because I felt their characters could have done a lot more and added more to the humor, really, but I felt like they got a bit sidelined here, really. So overall, it's a pretty fine flick. Nothing horrible, but nothing outstanding either. I think the first half is much weaker than the second half. I didn't find the movie to be as funny as I thought it would be, and I felt some of the characters were a bit sidelined. But once we get to the second half, the movie finds its flow, finds its footing. It gets to have some of the funnier moments. The story becomes a lot more interesting, and the characters get more to do, and the message is really resonant and strong and effective. If you've seen the trailer and it sold you on the film, I'd say go watch it. You're not going to hate yourself, but you might be expecting a bit more with the premise. So those were my thoughts on Good Fortune. What did you all think of it? If you've seen it, did you like it? Did you hate it? Comment down below and let me know. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you like this channel, hit the subscribe button. Follow me on all the social media links at the end of the video. And until next time, everyone, stay sharp.
I got the good life. Hey, you never know what you mean to me. You made my life complete. You fill my heart with the missing piece.